Morning, everyone. I am not sure why this is not making major headlines, and maybe it is, and I'm just not paying attention. However, it is big news here in Florida because it is a major investigation into Ron DeSantis and his wife and their foundation of Whole Florida Foundation. Now, you know, Ron DeSantis, who's so big and going after fraud, waste, and abuse, he's doing it himself. Now, there was a major Medicaid provider named Centene that had a $10 million settlement, right, with the state. Now, they paid that money, but soon after they paid that money, they allocated that money into freaking Hope Florida Foundation. Are you freaking for real? Then after they received that money, they gave two organizations $5 million apiece so they can champion anti-Mary Jane campaign. Now, the total investigation which laid out the campaign finance records and documents was released by the Times Herald this Friday. Now, once again, how are you going to take Medicaid dollars that belong to the Florida people and put it in freaking Casey DeSantis charity? Absolutely makes no sense to me. Now, the organization that received this money was Secure Florida's Future, which is run by the Florida Chamber of Commerce. And then the other one is Save Our Society from Mugs. Now, back in October, these committees sent $8.5 million in October to keep Florida clean, a political action committee that was controlled by Ron DeSantis, then Chief of Staff James Upmeyer. It was created to defeat Amendment 3, which is us petitioning for Mary Jane to be legal. So I'm reading from OrlandoSignal. The settlement with Centene happened in September. The grant proposals from Secure Families Future and Save Our Society from you know what was submitted to Hope Florida Foundation on October 13th and October 18th, respectively. The $5 million payments from the foundation to those organizations were made that very same month. The campaign finance records show that between October and December, Keep Florida Clean diverted $10.5 million to the Republican Party of Florida, which campaigned against Amendment 3. Another $1.1 million went to the Committee of Florida Freedom Fund, which is controlled by Ron DeSantis. I'm just wondering, how is Ron DeSantis going to be responsible for Florida Doge program when he himself is fleecing our government? That money was not yours. In fact, you could have used that money for additional Medicaid services. I think that was the intention, right? To use that money for the people, but you use it for your own grift. Now, the Republicans have said they may have broken laws. Yes, they broke laws. Now, what are you going to do about it, Florida Republicans? Don't we need that money back? Shouldn't they pay back to the people? Back to the Medicaid system? This absolutely is bonkers and wild to me, and it needs to be talked about. So share this video because we don't ever need Ron DeSantis to become president, and we absolutely don't need his freaking first lady to be governor of this Florida. You guys have a blessed day.